Perfect wisdom. With the divisions of the Abhisimilakra. Translated by Edward Conze. University of California Press, Berkeley, Los Angeles, London. Translation of the Sutra. Chapter 21, Subhuti the Elder. The going forth to the knowledge of all modes. Sariputra. How, Subhuti, does a bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, investigate these dharmas? What is a bodhisattva, what perfect wisdom, what the investigating? Subhuti. You ask, what is a bodhisattva? Just enlightenment is his substance, therefore is he called a bodhisattva. But though that enlightenment allows him to know the modes of all dharmas, he does not settle down in them. The modes of which dharmas does he know? He knows the modes of form, etc. 2. Buddha-dharmas, but does not settle down in them. Sariputra. What are the modes of all dharmas? Subhuti. Those modes, those characteristics, those signs, by which dharmas are made known, those are called the modes of all dharmas. Again, Sariputra, you ask, what is perfect wisdom? She has abstained, she has caused to abstain. That is why she is called perfect wisdom. From what has she abstained, from what has she caused others to abstain? From the skandhas, sense fields, and elements, from conditioned co-production, from the perfections, the 20 kinds of emptiness, the applications of mindfulness, etc. 2. From the buddha-dharmas, and all knowledge. Again, Sariputra, you ask, what is the investigating? Here a bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, investigates form, etc. as not permanent or impermanent, not at ease or ill, etc. 2. Not isolated or unisolated. It is thus that a bodhisattva, who courses in perfect wisdom, investigates all these dharmas. Sariputra. For what reason, Subhuti, do you say that the non-production of form, etc. is not form, etc. Subhuti. Form, etc. is empty of form, etc. and that emptiness is neither form, etc. nor production. In this way the non-production of form, etc. is not what form, etc. is. Sariputra. For what reason, Subhuti, do you say that the passing away of form, etc. is not form, etc. Subhuti. Because these, that passing away, and that form, etc. and the fact of their being undivided, all these dharmas are neither conjoined nor disjoined, they are immaterial, undefinable, non-resisting, with one single mark only, i.e. with no mark. Sariputra. For what reason, Subhuti, do you say that, inasmuch as one calls anything form, etc. one makes account of what is non-dual? Subhuti. Because non-production is form, etc. The very form, etc. is non-production. Non-production. At the time, O Lord, when a bodhisattva who courses in perfect wisdom investigates those dharmas, at that time he reviews the non-production of form, etc. 2. The buddha-dharmas, on account of their absolute purity. Sariputra. As I understand the meaning of the Ven. Subhuti's teaching, everything from form to the buddha-dharmas is non-production. But as that is so, then surely a disciple has already attained the enlightenment of a disciple. One who follows the career of a Pratyeka Buddha has already attained the enlightenment of a Pratyeka Buddha, and a bodhisattva has already attained the knowledge of all modes. There will then be no distinction of the 5 places of rebirth. If all dharmas are non-production, a bodhisattva has already attained the 5-fold enlightenment. For what purpose should the stream winner develop the path for the sake of forsaking the 3 fetters? Or the once returner for the sake of attenuating greed, hate and delusion? or the never-returner for the sake of forsaking the 5 lower fetters, or the arhat for the sake of forsaking the 5 higher fetters, or those who belong to the vehicle of the Pratyekabuddhas for the sake of the attainment of the enlightenment of a Pratyekabuddha. For what reason does a bodhisattva go on the difficult pilgrimage, and experience all those sufferings which he is said to undergo for the sake of beings? For what reason has the Tathagata known full enlightenment, and turned the will of Dharma? Subhuti. I do not wish or look for the attainment of an unproduced Dharma, or 5 for reunion with one. I do not look for the stream winnership of non-production, or for the fruit of a stream winner in non-production. I do not, on the part of non-production, wish or look for any of the spiritual attainments, up to the enlightenment of a Pratyekabuddha and Pratyekabuddhahood. I do not look for a bodhisattva who has gone on the difficult pilgrimage. In any case, a bodhisattva does not course in the perception of difficulties. And why? Because one who has generated in himself the notion of difficulties is unable to work the will of countless beings. On the contrary, he forms the notion that all beings are like his parents and children, that they are like himself, and then he is able to work the will of countless beings. He also thinks that just as one speaks of a self, and yet, absolutely, a self is unproduced, so also all inner and outer dharmas are unproduced. If he forms such a notion, then he will not have a notion of difficulties. And why? Because bodhisattvas will in each and every way not produce any dharma or apprehend one. I do not look in non-production for a Tathagata, not for his turning of the will of dharma. Nor do I look for an unproduced attainment which is being attained by an unproduced dharma. Sariputra. Is then an unproduced attainment attained through an unproduced dharma, or through a produced dharma? Subhuti. I do not look for an unproduced attainment which is being attained through an unproduced dharma, nor for a produced attainment which is being attained through an unproduced dharma. Sariputra. Do you look for an attainment by an unproduced, or by a produced dharma? Subhuti. I do not look for either. Sariputra. Is there then no attainment, is there no reunion? Subhuti. There is attainment, there is reunion, but not in ultimate reality. It is through worldly conventional expressions that attainment and reunion are conceived, that stream winners, etc. 2. Buddhas are conceived. But in ultimate reality there is none of all this. Sariputra. Is it intelligible to talk of an unproduced dharma? Subhuti. As you say, Sariputra, it is intelligible to talk of an unproduced dharma, and likewise of non-production. And why? Because the unproduced dharma, the intelligibility, the talking, and the non-genesis, all these dharmas are neither conjoined nor disjoined, they are immaterial, undefinable, non-resisting, with one mark only, i.e. no mark. Sariputra. The talking also is non-production, and so is the intelligibility, and so is the dharma, and unproduced are those dharmas about which one can talk intelligibly. Subhuti. So it is, Sariputra. And why? Because everything from form to the knowledge of all modes is non-production. Sariputra. So it is. Moreover, as attainment and reunion take place only by way of worldly conventional expression, does also the differentiation of the 5 destinies take place only by way of conventional expression, and not in ultimate reality? Subhuti. So it is, Sariputra. And why? Because in ultimate reality there is no karma or karma result, no production or stopping, no defilement or purification. Sariputra. Furthermore, Subhuti is an unproduced dharma produced, or is a produced dharma produced? Subhuti. I do not look for the production of a produced dharma, and I also do not look for the production of an unproduced dharma. Sariputra. Or which unproduced dharma do you not look for? The production? Subhuti. I do not wish for the production, which is empty of own being, of the unproduced dharma of form, etc. 2. Buddha-dharmas. I do not wish even for the production of enlightenment, which is unproduced and empty of own being. Sariputra. And again, SUBHUTI, is production, or non-production produced. SUBHUTI. Neither. And why? Because those two dharmas, production and non-production, are neither conjoined nor disjoined. They are immaterial, undefinable, non-resisting, with one mark. Only, i.e., with no mark. In this way neither production nor non-production is produced. Talk is therefore non-production, and so is intelligible speech, and so is a dharma, and also those dharmas are unproduced concerning which one can talk intelligibly. Sariputra. In the first rank of the preachers of dharma should the Ven. SUBHUTI be placed. And why? For from whatever angle he may be questioned, he always finds a way out. No leaning on anything. A SUBHUTI. This is the true nature of the Tathagata's disciples, that they do no lean on all dharmas. From whatever angle they may be questioned, they always find a way out. And why? Because no dharma ever leans on another. Sariputra. In what way do all dharmas not lean on anything? SUBHUTI. Form, etc. is empty in its essential original nature. It is not inwardly supported, not outwardly supported, and it cannot be apprehended anywhere between both. In this manner all dharmas do not lean on anything, on account of the empty-ness of their essential original nature. It is thus that a bodhisattva, who courses in the six perfections, should fully cleanse all dharmas, from form to the knowledge of all modes.